Bro, this was the craziest shit that happened in my store. So there was this girl that I had hired, and she was working at the store by herself. This is literally on my birthday. There were two guys that came into the store. They were we were all black, and next to my store there's a grease monkey, which is, you know, they change oil and they do all that stuff. So they came in there all black with the logo of the grease monkey, of the business that's next door. She calls me out of nowhere and says, hey, I think we're getting robbed. The employee's black. She's black. I said, what do you mean we're getting robbed? What do you mean? I'm looking at the cameras and shit. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, there's two guys in here. I think one of them has a gun. So the first thing I do is I call the police. That's the first thing I do is I call the police. I'm not there. This is my birthday. I'm like 40 minutes away, like nowhere near. So I called the police and I'm like, hey, can you go check on this girl, on my employee? She's da-da-da-da-da, whatever. They say, okay, cool, hang up. So I'm trying to calm her down. She's freaking out. Like, I'm looking at the camera. There's two black guys and then there's a white couple behind them. And they're talking and chatting and laughing and shit. So I'm like, okay, everything's cool. She ran to the back to go hide. And I'm like, yo, I'm calling her. I'm like, what's happening? What's up? She's like, I can't do this. I'm just scared. I can't do this. So a couple minutes goes by. I watch the camera. She goes from behind the counter out the door and past the people to go outside and go next door to the Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm confused as shit. I'm like, you think somebody's robbing you? Why are you going next to I'm confused, right? So I'm calling my other employees to go up there and help her, whatever. Come to find out, she's sitting in Dunkin', she's crying and all this good stuff, right? By the time that I get up there and the police are up there, they're talking to these two guys. Those two guys worked at Grease Monkey in their Grease Monkey uniform. He had a work phone in his pocket and his personal phone in his hand. The phone in the pocket was what she thought was a gun. That's what she thought was a gun. She was like, it can't be his phone because he has his phone in his hand. It's a gun. Now I'm like, okay, so the police are there. This whole big thing. He thinks it's a racial thing. It's like, oh my God, because I'm black, you think I'm robbing? What I can't be mad at him for. He was racially profiled by a black person, which really threw me off. And in the midst of all of that, she started making their food and left their food inside of the oven. So it was just cooking the whole time. It was like 10 minutes in my oven. So when my other employee got there and took it out, it was charred and on fire. So my whole store almost burnt down because she thought the employees from next door were robbing the store. So yeah, that probably was the craziest story that I've ever had when I had to get rid of somebody.